all right here. So, cherry picker in place. Strapped, secured somewhat. You can see how well this shit works. All right, so I found a little bracket down here. It's just floating around. I hope it doesn't bend and break off on me. I'm pretty confident it's gonna hold. And put it on the back of the valve cover nub so I don't smash whatever this thing here's for. Looks like it's important. And I don't have a mount on here strapped, so I kind of use the post mount, but the post mount's actually kind of a shitty spot to put any tension on. But I kind of rigged it. I was gonna put a bolt, but I was like, fuck it, let me see if I can just put this screwdriver. And I wrapped it around the screwdriver, put it behind the screwdriver in the back, and oh, you can't see well there. And then I wrapped it around the fucking stud on the post mount. But I stopped because, you know, right here, see, you can see it wiggling, right? So we got full tension on the swap right now, and I'm going to remove the only two mounts left that are holding it in place. It's the fucking the torque mount up front. I keep getting all blurry on the camera, sorry guys. The torque mount up front and the side mount over here. So hopefully this all goes smooth and it'll be out in just like a few minutes. In a perfect world, we'll see. I'll probably chop back in because I'm gonna have to wrestle with the that half shaft back there and the axle. So yeah, had to make a hard choice. Yeah, I figured I was done wasting time on that. It wasn't gonna happen, even though I tried. So I went ahead and cut my losses. I'm still gonna try and get that out because I'm pretty sure that I can just buy a boot and put a new boot on it to rebuild that. I think that's how that works. I think that's how rebuilds work for axles. So I am gonna still make one more attempt to get that out, but now it's no longer a priority. Anyway, one axle is better than none. And take a step back. It's actually relatively easy to come out. I only had one snag so far when I was coming up, and that was this the fuel line right here, which I don't think I have on my car, so I'm probably gonna have to rob from here. All right, so it is really quick. It's only the small things that were fucking holding me up, you know, getting the goddamn axles out and all that kind of bullshit. But the rest of the process is pretty fast. So I don't want to leave anything out here. So to say real quick, doing this in these engine bays are definitely tighter and smaller. I can definitely see that, you know, coming out. But it wasn't more difficult. I'll have to reserve my full judgment when I'm dropping the swap into that one. But so far, just as far as pulling this out, it wasn't that big of a deal. Honestly, I'm used to having the swap swing back and forth and get caught on a lot of bullshit, and that didn't happen here. I went ahead and took this mount out, and now I know I just mounted it here, and like, well, what's the point? Why did you do that? Because it was easier to take this off and move the engine, and then get down there, because I couldn't get a socket on these bolts on the side, so I had to do a wrench. Even with me moving the engine back a little bit, so it was just easier to do it that way. Also, if you were paying attention there, you see that the car was on a jack stand in the front, and it isn't anymore. Instead of cranking the fucking engine hoist to the ceiling, what I did was I went ahead and lowered the car so that way I can make it easier to clear. Because of course, the higher you tilt this up, the closer the engine swap comes in. I just want to make it, you know, not so fucking high, easier to control. And surprisingly, this is holding up pretty well. Little some bitch. That's why it doesn't want to scoot forward. All right, well, I've already accepted the fact that I'm not going to have AC, so definitely not worried about heater return lines in this motherfucker. Hopefully, that will make me snag free. I can slide out. Well, there you go. She's free swinging now. There, I pulled the swap on footage on camera. Yeah, she good now. So closing thoughts here, closing statements. I always hear so many people talk about dropping the subframe, to do swaps, or going from the bottom. Look guys, if you do not have a shop or access to a lift, dropping a swap from the bottom isn't the best way to go about it. Actually, as a matter of fact, even if you do have a lift, it's not necessarily the best way to go. Personally, I see that as work. It's more shit you have to disconnect. When you can just take out the mounts, take off the axles, bring it straight up. Now, maybe it's a little bit easier for me because I don't have the the core support for the radiator and whatnot, so that wasn't in the way. But I would it was easy enough for me to lift this out. Right, so the going from the bottom shit is just something I don't ever think I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna continue to go from the top. It wasn't a difficult thing. As far as whatever's left to take off on the fucking shell itself, I'm gonna take off the T-bracket. I gotta get my shifter cables out and the shifter box. ECU's already loose, and I decided to go ahead and grab the pedal setup for this. For the off chance that there will be a automatic that pops up for sale, do the conversion real quick. There's the clutch master cylinder is back there underneath the fucking strut mount, or the strut post area, and it looks like it unbolts from the inside of the car, and then you only need the brake pedal and the clutch pedal itself, so it should be really easy to take out. And I need the sleeve, so that's going on in the car, because I'm pretty sure I don't have my sleeve. Anyway, that is part of the swap. The pedals aren't, but whatever, the rest of it is. So yeah, it's already, this weekend has just been shit. You get a little bit of a glimpse of daylight and then it goes gray again. So it hasn't been the best. Plus, of course, like I keep bitching about the winter time, we're losing daylight so fast. And so I think I'm done for today as far as actual progress on doing anything else. The stuff I have left to do is so simple and so easy to reach. It's not going to be a struggle, except for going underneath the car one more time to take off the bracket that holds the cables in place. But other than that, you know what? I might not even get the axle out. Well, I'll make one more effort to pull it. If it doesn't come out, not a big deal. Completely fine with leaving it. The only thing I have left to do is I need to get the AC compressor off for Blake. And as far as the rest of this shit, I gotta get it onto my front porch or whatnot. I get the easiest way would be to take the transmission off, carry the transmission over, and then walk the long block. I mean, I can carry these K long blocks. I've done them before, but not with all the accessories on them. It's too much to ask. Yeah. So that this bracket actually held up better than this B series cousin would have. Like I've looked up to one of those before on the B series training, and it bent the fuck out of it. That didn't bend. My screwdriver concoction over here didn't bend. I'm really happy with that. So this actually went off without a hitch. I just had to get it free of that last axle, and everything else was pretty quick and easy. All right. So now I'm done. I'm gonna take a shower, go out to eat, and hopefully I'll be picking up some bolts for the T-bracket for that piece of shite. Alright guys, peace.